We've all been waiting for him. Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures. He's in Chicago. Thanks for waiting around, Oliver. Any thoughts here? You're the last guy before we go into tomorrow's report.
Well, we had a nice little run going in the grain markets over the last couple of weeks. We bumped up against some resistance levels that date back to January for corn and soybeans. That has since been rejected. And now I think what you're seeing is probably seeing some shakeouts. You're seeing some people that maybe were late to chasing the rally, getting shaken out of the market ahead of tomorrow's report. All in all, I really think this is a fairly constructive pullback here, more probably for the corn market. 455, that's a level that we've had on our radar for some time. This was support back in January, the breakdown point in February, and a resistance since then. And we got out above there, and now we're just back testing it. So as long as we can defend that on a closing basis, we're marking higher lows, which is all in all encouraging. Now, for the soybean market, it's a little bit different of a story. We hit that 1255, 1260. That was resistance in January. And now it looks like we're going to go retest that psychologically significant $12 level, which is not just psychologically significant. It's also the 50% retracement from the April the recent range from the recent high to the April low. So that's going to be important to defend. Obviously, I think tomorrow's WASDE report probably have a little bit of an implication on price action. Funds will probably trade that for 15 minutes, and then it's on to weather and planting in the U.S.
Yeah, it seems like we're wishing our lives away all the time. I think it'll also be interesting. I know it only stops on Tuesday, but the commitment of traders might be an interesting thing, too.
Yeah, we've been watching the fund positioning very carefully. Obviously, they've been covering a lot of their short positions here as of late and into farmer selling. So you're seeing some of that effect neutralized a little bit. I think it's going to be an interesting year. I know people have been conditioned to sell rallies, and rightfully so if you're a producer who needs to protect price. But from a trader's perspective, I really think things could get more interesting than a lot of folks think here this spring and summer.
Oh, love to hear it. Okay, stay right there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more with Oliver Slope. He's with Blue Line Futures out of Chicago. We'll be right back after this. Recently waiting in the wings. That's Mr. Oliver Slope from Blue Line Futures in Chicago. Oliver, thanks for sticking around. What's top of mind when we talk about the livestock here? What do you think?
Well, we talked about the grain markets maybe being a little bit more exciting here going into the future. On the livestock side of things, I wouldn't be surprised to see the opposite. Now, what we've seen over the last several weeks in the cattle complex is concerns over the avian flu, and I think that probably keeps a lot of large participants maybe on the sidelines waiting for confirmation that it's over, and I don't think we're going to get that confirmation anytime soon. I think there's better alternatives out there in markets to be trading. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us consolidate, which ultimately I think would be healthy for the market. We've seen some big roller coaster moves in the cattle complex over the last 6 months, so I think consolidation would be healthy. The cash market is held in there relatively well, so I think that offers support. But again, if you don't have that participation from funds chasing a bullish or bearish narrative, I think consolidation seems like the likely scenario here, at least for the intermediate term.
I also think the state of the economy, as that moves forward, might have something to play here because, I don't know, I'm just not smelling good smells. That's just my gut instinct, but we'll see. Thank you very much, for coming on. Awesome way to end the day. Oliver Slope, Blue Line Futures, coming to us from Chicago. Bring it back here and pass it over to Suzanne just one more time.
One more time, and I don't like that.